Today is Monday and we're going to talk about the main topic of a text. The main topic of a text tells us who or what the text is telling us. Remember in first grade when reading informational text, it's important that we think about who or what the text is giving us information about. So we will read an informational text and think about the main topic. Sometimes our texts have different sections on information that center around smaller topics that help support the main topic of the whole text. So here's how you can identify the main topic. Here's an example, okay? It says, take a look at this short text. When finding the main topic of a text, it is important to ask ourselves these two questions here. Do I see a sentence or phrase that shows what the text is mostly about? What are most of the details describing? So you might hear a bunch of details about one thing over and over again. So let's read this short passage here. Have you ever patted a dog or a cat? Dogs and cats are domestic animals. Domestic animals depend on people for food, water, and shelter. All pets are domestic animals. So boys and girls, does this sentence tell us what this text is mostly about? That's something you can ask yourself. Yes, it does. We are reading, I heard the word domestic animals over and over again. So are we talking about domestic animals that are pets? Is a dog and cat a pet? Yes, they are. So we are going to read a non-fiction text. It is not fake, it is real information that we are receiving from the author. It's called Snow Rollers. You've probably seen this text before in an iReady lesson. It's an iReady text. It's called Snow Rollers by Carla Sommer. All right, look at the photograph of real snow rollers. All right, so let's go ahead and read this first page here. I see a heading. Heading tells me what I'm going to learn about in this section. It says, made by nature. What is a snow roller? It is made by wind. Wind lifts up a small piece of snow. It pushes the piece of snow along the ground. The piece of snow rolls. More snow sticks to the rolling snow. The roll of snow gets bigger. It's a snow roller. So here we have a photograph of real snow rolls. And we have underneath the photograph a caption. Captions tell us what's happening in the photograph or in the picture. It says snow rollers need room to grow. Look at the photograph. Does that look like there's enough room for it to grow? I think so. Plenty of room, nothing in the way for it to gather more and more snow as it goes down the hill. Be asking yourself, what do you keep hearing about in this whole text? That will be your main topic. All right, we're going to this page here. The wind must be just right to make a big snow roller. A weak wind cannot push a lot of snow. What does weak mean, boys and girls? It says the wind has to be just right. Think about wind. How does wind feel when it hits you? Is it strong? Is it not so strong? If it's not so strong, it's going to be weak. So a weak wind cannot push a lot of snow. If it's not very strong, it won't be able to do that. Let's continue. A very strong wind breaks the snow roller into pieces. So you don't want it to be too hard, too strong, because it'll just break the snow into pieces. It falls apart. The temperature must be just right too. It cannot be too cold. Then snow gets dry. It does not stick together to make a snow roller. So ask yourself, what is this whole page telling you about? Take a moment. What were you learning about on this page? You heard a lot about the snow roller and how the snow roller is made. So that would be a detail that we've learned about the snow roller, how the snow roll is made. Let's go ahead to the next page. Oh, we have a photograph of snow rollers coming down a hill, and we have a caption. Snow rollers often go down hills in groups, probably because all of that area was wind touched all that area there of snow, so it created many snow rolls. Oh, this heading here says, remember, headings tell you what you're going to learn about in the section below it or on that page. So this heading says different shapes and sizes. So we will read about the different shapes and sizes of snow rollers. Snow rollers can be different shapes. Some snow rollers look like donuts, and some look like rolls of toilet paper. Getting information from the picture, boys and girls, I see that snow rollers can be different shapes. This one, they said, looks like a donut because it has a open hole in the middle. This one says it looks like toilet paper because there's no hole in the middle. It's all the way completely filled. So two different shapes of snow rolls. Let's go ahead and read about the different sizes, because it's about shapes and sizes in this section. Snow rollers can be different sizes. A weak wind cannot push a snow roller very far. So, a weak wind makes small snow rollers. Some are the size of baseballs. Now think about that, boys and girls. A baseball. How big is a baseball? You can hold a baseball in your hand. A stronger wind can push a snow roller far. So a strong wind makes bigger snow rollers. Some are as big as the tires on a car. So if a small wind makes one the size of a baseball in your hand, and some of the bigger ones are like the size of a car tire, I would say this is maybe a medium-sized snow roll. All right, so let's move to our next heading. It says holes and no holes. See what we'll read about in this section. Some snow rollers have a hole in the middle. Why? The wind blows snow out of the roller. The wind makes the snow roller hollow. Other snow rollers do not have a hole because the wind did not blow through them. The snow rollers are solid in the middle. Now you just probably heard two words that are probably unfamiliar, hollow and solid. So look at the caption below the two photographs of the snow rollers. Here's a solid snow roller and a hollow snow roller. Solid means there's no hole in the middle. Okay, but hollow, there is a hole in the middle. There's an area that's empty. Let's read the next section. The heading says a rare sight. Rare. Think about what rare means. Rare means that you don't normally see something. It's not something that you see often. It says people cannot make snow rollers. Only nature can make them. And the wind and the temperature must be just right. So boys and girls, snow rollers are not like snowballs that you make for snowmen or snowball fights. They're different. So it's not something someone makes. Only nature can make it. So that's why it's a rare sight. Unless nature makes it, that's the only way it can be done. And nature can only make it when the temperature and the wind together are just right. Remember, the wind can't be too strong or too weak, and it can't be too warm for the temperature either. Snow rollers do not happen often. They are rare. They are a rare and wonderful sight. Rare. Remember, we don't often see it happen. Underneath this photograph, we see a person holding a snow roll, and it says, maybe you will see a snow roller one day. Now, we live in Florida, so I don't think we'll be seeing any snow rollers in Florida. You might have to go to another state or place to see that. So on Monday, you are going to write any words that were unknown to you. So before I told you what the word meant, you were reading and you were like, I don't know what that word means. So did you read a word that in the text that was unknown to you? Go ahead and list any words that you did not know the meaning to. Maybe you didn't know what hollow meant or rare. Go ahead and write those words here or on your Google form. On number 2, you are going to record one question. That means write down one question that you could ask someone about the text. Boys and girls, we practice creating questions a lot. Remember, we start our questions with a question word. Who, what, when, where, why, how. And then we ask about what we read. So, where can snowballs be made? How are snow rolls made? So you create your question, and at the end of your question, you must add a question mark. For number 3, you're going to draw a picture and write about what you think is the main topic of the text. So, ask yourself, for main topic, what did you hear about over and over again? The text, I would write here, the text is all about, what did you hear about over and over again in each section? That's your main topic. Then draw that thing here. What did we learn about? Draw one of them here.